Hello, hello. All right, so I just wanted to share in today's vlog a little bit more about my last blog post I did, which was called Worthy. If you haven't read it, I highly suggest you do, because it was an intimate one, a vulnerable one, and one that Spirit just kind of like took over and wrote for me, which is really cool. I love those experiences, and I think you all will enjoy it. But today I just wanted to expand on that a little bit more, on some of the concepts and ideas in there. And one of the fuels for this for me is that I saw a post that one of my friends did on priorities, and I was thinking about it immediately like jumped out to me, this post on priorities, and I was thinking about how that related to my post entitled Worthy. So here it goes. Okay, so she was talking about how she just felt out of balance, and that her husband reminded her, like, you're not out of balance. It's not about balance. You're just prioritizing. And I'm like, yeah, of course, like that makes total perfect sense. And I wanted to expand on that idea a little bit, because if you haven't read Worthy, it's about really being in alignment with yourself, integrity with the self. It's about releasing all of the work and the things that we think we have to do in order to be worthy, to have our heart's desires, in order to really feel good in our skin and in life. And just recognizing that we are worthy, period. Just because we exist, because we're in this universe giving the energy that we are here to give, okay? And no matter what you're experiencing right now, that's in alignment with where you are right now. And if you don't like that, then you just go inward and ask if you're in alignment with yourself. And it might be an initiation or something that you're learning, because we all have that. We all have some really hard shit we go through sometimes. But it helps us to just have peace to know when we're in alignment inside of ourselves, right? Well, to expand on that, if you are feeling off, if you're feeling out of balance, if you're feeling unhappy, then one place to look is, first of all, am I in alignment with myself? And one way that that sometimes comes out is in our priorities. In other words, is what I am prioritizing in alignment with who I know myself to be? Is it in alignment with the spirit inside of me? Is it in alignment with the divinity inside of me? Is it in alignment with my internal truth and my internal knowing? And I'm suggesting that you ask yourself this, because sometimes the outside chatter can become so freaking loud that all we hear is the outside chatter, and we get thrown off of our center and our home base, right? Because we start taking in all of this outside information, and that's just being human. That's just normal, and some of us do it more than others. But if we're taking in a lot of this outside energy and outside information, is it influencing our behaviors in a way that does or does not serve us, right? So sometimes we take in outside information and we send it through a little filter check in ourselves, and we go, oh yeah, that feels totally right, that resonates, that's on point, that's what I need to do. Other times we take in outside information and we don't filter it at all, and we just start doing the thing that we think we're supposed to be doing. And the way that we notice that maybe it isn't working for us is because something in our spirit and in our soul says, I'm not happy, hello, hello. And we might have little tiny moments where we notice this, and then they might get louder and louder and louder until we actually are paying attention to them. So, and then there are times that we filter something and we just know, yeah, that's the thing, or no, that's not the thing, right? Like, but it's common that when there's a lot of outside chatter that we forget that filter piece sometimes, and we just get overwhelmed. And this is just to serve as a reminder for you that if you are feeling out of alignment in some way, first of all, how do you even know you're out of alignment? What are some of the things that might show up for you? So for me, when I'm out of alignment, things just feel off. And it could literally be that I go to a place and I'm like, I just can't be here. I cannot physically be in this space. Or it might be that I'm doing something, or I go to eat something or whatever, and it just doesn't feel right. There's something about it that just doesn't feel right. And so that's an opportunity for me to come back to myself and ask, okay, is it the whole, is the whole meal what I shouldn't be eating? Is there a tweak I need to make? Whatever. This could be in any situation, not just with food. Obviously, I'm just giving an example. But so first of all, with me, if I'm out of alignment, I might notice because something just in general feels a little off. There are times when I'm like, get me the fuck out of here this second. I cannot stay here. I've often when I've traveled, like there have been moments that I will go to a hotel and I'm like, no, I can't be in here. I can't be in this room. I can't do this. There's just something not in alignment for me. And so I switched the room, or I switched the hotel or whatever. And I'm classically known for this. It's not that I'm trying to be a diva, but something inside doesn't resonate for me with where I am. It could be something as simple as that. It could be something as big as, what am I doing for the kind of food I eat, or my health and well-being? Is there a supplement that, I'm feeling really, really good about taking that maybe doesn't make a lot of logical sense for me to take, but internally I just know I should, or vice versa. Maybe there's something that makes a lot of logical sense, but I know it's not for me. So it can range from like, get me the fuck out of this situation, to just something feels a little off. Another way to know if you're out of alignment or out of integrity with yourself is like, if you just find yourself unhappy with yourself, unhappy with a situation, just blah, just something doesn't feel good. And I'm not talking about these surface level ways that we try to make ourselves feel good that really have no long lasting impact, but I'm talking about that deep feel good knowing inside of ourselves that we may need to come back to and start recognizing in ourselves, like, okay, something's off here. Like if I'm having a lot more anxiety than usual, if I'm having a lot more depression than usual, where am I out of alignment? Maybe I just need to go on a walk, or maybe I need to connect with a friend, or maybe I need to turn the news off. Maybe I'm starting to go down this path that just doesn't resonate with what I know to be true about myself, the world, others, my health, my well-being, my spirituality, my connection with divinity, whatever, right? So those are a few ways you may notice. Those could be little signals that you are out of alignment. And again, to bring this back to the priorities, I'm just pointing this out to you because we can prioritize whatever we want and make whatever choices we want. But if those choices and those priorities are not serving us, and they are not serving our internal knowing, our divinity, our soul's longing, if they're not lighting us up on the inside, then we may need to reevaluate. Are my priorities serving me? Am I in alignment with myself? Okay? And just a quick disclaimer here. Sometimes we have to do some really hard shit and go through some hard shit. Like, I was talking to one of my spiritual teachers recently about this, and about how that sometimes it takes a lot of discipline to follow our internal guidance and spirit, but there's something still, even though we're doing hard things, that we know inside of us it's serving us and it's the right thing for us, and that on the other side of that hard thing, there's going to be so much more for us, because we are doing this hard thing that is in alignment with ourselves. So I'm not telling you everything in life is supposed to be like this super easy walk in the park with daisies and butterflies and all of that, although it can be that way a lot of times in life if we are in alignment. And we can go inward and find that place inside of ourselves, even when we're in alignment doing something that's really difficult and challenging. And it's all about perspective, because if we know we're doing something challenging that's in alignment with ourselves, then we know we're growing, and there is an element of that excitement and beauty and the butterflies, especially because we are transforming into that butterfly in that moment. So, yeah, but there's something inside of us that we just know we're in alignment. And so maybe today you could take some time to look at your priorities, look at where you're feeling really good, look at where you feel like, maybe something is a little off, and make some shifts. And don't worry about what everybody else thinks, because it's about you. It's about your journey, your spiritual growth, your practice. It's about what your soul is here to learn in this lifetime. And give yourself permission to have that experience and to really immerse yourself in that journey for this lifetime. Okay, that's enough. I love you all. Big love. Reach out to me if you need anything. I love supporting each and every one of you. I love all the connections I have with you, and big love. And thank you to my friend who made that post, if you happen to watch this, because it really ignited this conversation within myself that I could then share with the community. So love you all. Have a good one.